This guy in the mask thinks he's about to end our guy's whole career, launching a strike that's supposed to be completely unavoidable. But Su-hong? Su-hong just found the cheat codes. One punch is all it takes to shatter the mask, the ego, and the floor. The unbeatable ringer is face down in the dirt, and the boss upstairs is looking like he just watched his bank account hit zero in real time. But to understand how we got to this absolute W, we need to go back to when things were looking cooked. We start with a kick, followed by a punch, and Su-hong is out here turning his sparring partner into a human punching bag. Our boy just reached the subtle stage of the Diamond Fist, which is basically the I'm better than you tier for high schoolers. He's a total training maniac, and honestly, he's a bit of a sweat. While everyone else is heading home to play League, his teacher drops some news that hits harder than a truck. 30,000 yuan. That's the registration fee for the martial arts exam, and for Su-hong's family, that might as well be 30 million. See, his parents died to monsters when he was 3, and in this world, if you aren't a martial artist, you're basically an NPC waiting to get stepped on. He's ripped, he's talented, but he's broke. He heads home only to overhear his aunt and uncle talking about selling their organs. Okay, not literally, but the uncle wants to stop his meds just to pay for Su-hong's school. Su-hong walks in like everything is fine, acting like he didn't just hear his family's life falling apart, but once he's in his room, the mask slips. There's only one place a kid with no money and too many hands can make bank fast. Welcome to the underground martial arena. It's loud, it's illegal, and the announcer is definitely wearing that for the plot. Su-hong shows up wearing a discount Minotaur mask. The crowd thinks he's a total rookie with a death wish, especially when the announcer tells him to hype the crowd and he just starts screaming like a generic shonen protagonist. It's cringe, but the crowd loves it. He needs 4 wins for the grand prize. First guy up is a rabbit-looking dude who thinks speed is everything. Su-hong just watches him and realizes this guy's footwork is absolute trash. One grab, one throw, and Rabbit Boy is learning how to fly. 1 win down. Next up is Taemu Masked Wrestler. Su-hong decides to use this guy as a live testing dummy. They clash, fist against fist, but Su-hong's diamond fist is just built different. He finds an opening, lands a body blow that sounds like a car crash, and moves to 2 consecutive wins. He's cleaning house, and that's a problem for the boss. See, the house always wins, so they send in a ringer. Su-hong thinks his next match is just another paycheck, but then White Fox steps into the ring. The crowd knows this guy is a quasi-martial artist, which is basically like bringing a gun to a knife fight. White Fox is smirking under that mask, telling Su-hong he'll pull his punches. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. Su-hong goes all out from the start, but their first exchange nearly breaks his arm. This guy isn't a quasi-artist, he's a full-blown martial artist. He's a smurfer. He hits Su-hong with the thunderclap fist, and our boy is literally coughing up blood. The crowd is already calling it. White Fox starts playing with his food, unleashing a barrage of strikes that Su-hong can barely see, let alone block. He gets slammed into the ground, his vision is fading, and White Fox puts a boot on his head. Join us, he says. Fix matches for the boss and we'll give you the money anyway. He's asking Su-hong to sell his soul for a medical bill. Su-hong says no, and White Fox decides to cripple him for life. But Su-hong's main character energy finally hits the breaking point. He thinks of his family, he thinks of his pride, and then the system wakes up. What are you willing to give? The voice asks. Everything, Su-hong screams. Suddenly, the arena is gone. Time has stopped. He's standing in front of a golden god being who basically tells him he's got a second chance. A golden screen appears, and of course, it's a stat sheet. Su-hong is confused, but he realizes he's in a beginner tutorial, which is convenient because a digital clone of himself immediately starts throwing hands. This clone's diamond fist is perfect. It's like watching a task speedrun of your own life. Su-hong gets wrecked at first, but then he notices his stats rising. He starts grinding in the time stop like a guy who's been stuck on a boss for 12 hours and finally figured out the pattern. Void step? Mastered. Floating light palm? Mastered. Diamond fist? Grand achievement. He spent what felt like weeks training, but in reality, 0 seconds have passed. He returns to the ring, and White Fox is still mid-swing. To everyone else, Su-hong just suddenly became a god. He dodges the unavoidable strike and lands a diamond fist directly into the fox's face. The mask shatters. White Fox is out cold. Su-hong stands over him and asks, "Where's my money?" The boss is losing his mind. How can a student reach grand achievement in a high-level skill? He tells his goons to follow Su-hong. Su-hong walks into an alleyway, notices the suits tailing him, and decides to flex his new footwork. He basically Spider-Mans up a wall, leaving the goons wondering if they're chasing a martial artist or a ghost. 1 hour later, he's back home. He dumps a pile of cash on the table that looks like a small mountain. His aunt thinks he robbed a bank, but he lies and says his dojo master sponsored him. They're crying, he's happy, and the rent is finally paid. But he's not done. He checks the system again and dumps all his new Martial Dao Points into his blood energy. His body starts glowing, his old injuries heal instantly, and he reaches a blood energy of 90. He's now a quasi-warrior and he needs to test this new power. He sneaks back to school in the middle of the night to use the combat tester. He decides to use 70% of his strength, just to be safe. He punches. The machine doesn't just beep, it explodes. He realizes he's probably going to have to pay for that, so he does the only logical thing. He runs. The dorm warden wakes up in his star pajamas, screaming at the sky about whoever just turned school property into scrap metal. Welcome to the Star City No 1 Gymnasium. Everyone is currently gossiping about why the school genius, Chen Shan, looks like he just lost a fight with a lawnmower. The rumor is he broke the testing machine last night and got cooked by the principal for it. The principal introduces his old friend Chen Tian, a tier 3 martial artist who is here to teach a C-rank move, Thunder Rush Fist. The students are losing it. A C-rank technique usually costs a house and a kidney in tuition fees at outside dojos. Su Hong recognizes the move immediately. This is the same style White Fox used to try and end him in the arena. He realizes this is a massive opportunity to farm some free high-tier skills without spending his system points. Chen Tian tells them he's only showing it 10 times. If they don't get it, that's a skill issue. He moves. The fist momentum is pure aggression. At the basic level, you get 1 thunderclap sound. Proficient gets you 3. Chen Tian hits 7 sounds. That's the mastered realm. He tells the kids to aim for basic today. Anything else is dreaming. The whole gym starts the hoo-ha montage. Hours later, most of the class is on the floor questioning their life choices. C-rank moves are not for casuals. The genius Chen Shan manages to trigger the technique. He hits the basic level and starts glowing like he just pulled an SSR in a gacha game. The principal is hyped, but Chen Tian looks bored. In the big leagues, basic is just the entry fee. They walk away, disappointed. Chen Tian thinks this school is a desert of talent. He starts the "talent is everything, hard work is a lie" speech that every mentor in these stories eventually gives. Then, they hear something from the outdoor field, a sound like the sky is actually splitting open. Su Hong is out there alone, casually hitting the mastered realm after watching the demo for 5 minutes. Chen Tian counts the sounds. 7, 8, 9? 9 sounds is the perfect realm. Chen Tian has been practicing this his whole life and he's stuck at 7. Something clicks in the old man's head. Seeing Su Hong's perfect form is like a 4K tutorial for his soul. He breaks through to the 8th sound right there on the sidewalk. He's basically leveling up by proxy. They sprint toward the field to find this god-tier student, but our guy is already gone. Never let them see your next move. Su Hong is walking home, feeling the fatigue. C-rank moves drain your stamina like a background app drains a phone battery. He checks his stats. Thunder Rush Fist is already at perfect. Now he just needs a way to farm martial values without fighting for his life. He heads to his part-time job at the Raging Thunder Dojo. The place is packed with students practicing spear work. His coworker asks why he's there. Su Hong just wants to practice, which is code for skill stealing. Suddenly, a student gets his face planted into the floor by a purple-haired menace. This is Leon. He's got that "I'm the villain of this minor arc" energy. Su Hong gets the lore drop. Leon's teacher is a new instructor who hates poor people. Leon is basically the instructor's personal attack dog. Leon sees Su Hong and decides it's time for a new victim. He throws a punch, but Su Hong catches it with one hand like he's stopping a toddler. Leon is offended that a commoner has hands. He challenges Su Hong to a 1v1. The instructor walks in to stop the noise. He's got the final boss of the tutorial aesthetic. Leon backs off, but you can tell he's already planning the salt in the comments later. Su Hong's light blue eyes are cold. He's not mad, he's just calculating. The instructor announces the final lesson for the Raging Sea Spear technique. He performs it once. It's fast, fluid, and looks like a flood condensed into a stick. Su Hong's system is basically a high-speed downloader. He's recording every frame. The instructor leaves. "Learn it yourself," he says. Most of the class didn't even see the spear move. The students are complaining that it's a scam. Su Hong picks up a spear. He understands the core. The spear is a dragon. The momentum is the ocean. He starts the move. The air around him starts to swirl with blue energy. The whole room goes quiet. He's doing it perfectly on the first try. Leon storms back in, demanding to know who's making all the noise. He sees Su Hong holding the spear and stops. He wants to test his depth. Translation: he wants to see if this is a fluke or if he needs to actually be worried. "Let me give you some pointers, kid," he says. The audacity. Su Hong's friend tells him to back down, but Su Hong is already in his stance. "Enlighten me," he says. Leon goes full tilt. "Raging Sea Spear, micro level!" Su Hong closes his eyes for a split second. He counters with the proficient level. It's not just water, it's a tsunami. Leon's face is the definition of "I shouldn't have said that." The impact is immediate. Su Hong's spear is a blur of blue light. Steel meets steel. And Leon is realizing he's way out of his league. He's wondering how a kid who isn't even a warrior yet can have this much control. Su Hong's eyes glow. He's not even breaking a sweat. He earns 35 Martial Dao Points for the win. Sparring is basically a money printer for his stats. Leon hits the floor. Hard. He's having a breakdown. Years of training, all undone by a guy who learned the move 10 minutes ago. He tries to throw a desperate punch, but the instructor catches him. Enough. The instructor looks at Su Hong. He slaps Leon. Hard. He tells him if he can't handle a loss, he's not a martial artist. He looks at Su Hong's spear, still embedded in the floor. Even the geniuses in the capital aren't this cracked. He actually apologizes to Su Hong. "Forgive my disciple, he's got a big head." Su Hong is weirded out. People in power usually don't apologize this fast unless they want something. He walks home under the city lights. He checks the menu. Thunder Rush is perfect. Rage Sea Spear is proficient. He's stacked. But there's a problem. The school exam is coming, and everyone will have high-grade alloy weapons. He looks at the price of a proper spear. 698,000 yuan. That is not a number you get from a part-time job. He needs a real bag. Fast. He sees a broadcast. The city lord is offering bounties for hunting beasts outside the walls. Leave the city? That's where the high-level players go to die. He gets home and sees his uncle, covered in medical patches, still trying to go to work. Su-hong tells him to stop. I can earn money now. Just rest. Auntie tells him to go rest, but he sees the toll his training is taking on them. He applies a patch to his uncle's back. His uncle gives him the "don't worry about me" smile, which we all know means he's worried sick. Auntie smiles, but it's that tired smile of someone who hasn't seen a bank account with more than 3 digits in a decade. Su-hong realizes that saving a bit won't cut it. He needs life-changing money. He decides. The wilderness is the only way. He dumps every point he has into blood energy. 95.2. He's one step away from becoming a full-blown warrior. 2 days later, he's in the school gym at nearly midnight, sweating through his shirt. He's trained every single skill he owns to the perfect realm. He's essentially a walking cheat code. Saturday morning. The Star City Warrior Base. This is where the real pros hang out. The vibe is completely different from the school gym. He sees the bounty list. Tier 1 beasts go for 1,000 to 5,000 blue star coins. Now we're talking. He reads the fine print. You have to cut off the left ear as proof. Primitive, but efficient. He watches a grizzled veteran dump a bag of ears on the counter. Suddenly, the crowd splits. Young Master Ye walks in with a squad of bodyguards. Su-hong notices the fit. He looks exactly like White Fox. The locals are gossiping. Ye is the nephew of the base director, and apparently someone handed him an L a few days ago. Ye senses someone looking at him. He turns and glares. Su-hong doesn't look away. He realizes the danger in the wilderness isn't just the monsters, it's the humans who think they own the grass. He walks toward the gate. The guard asks if he's alone. Yeah, he says. The guard sighs. Another kid looking to become a statistic. Su-hong steps onto the grass. The air changes immediately. He needs a full haul. No ears, no spear. 2 hours in, and it's a ghost town. The outskirts are picked clean by other hunters. He decides to go deeper. Most people won't go where the sun doesn't hit the floor. He hears something in the brush. A shadow moon wolf. Tier 1. Red eyes, white fur, and it looks like it hasn't eaten in a week. Su-hong's eyes go sharp. This is the first time he's seen a live beast. The wolf roars. It doesn't want to spar. It wants dinner. It lunges. Su-hong doesn't move yet. He's waiting for the opening. The wolf is in the air. Su-hong is alone in the dark. The wolf lunges, but Su-hong isn't even looking at it. He's looking at the opening. One punch. The Thunder Rush fist connects with a crack that echoes through the trees. The wolf is sent flying like it just got hit by a freight train. 0 difficulty. Not even a warm-up. Su-hong looks at his hand. He's not scared. He's actually vibrating. He realizes that fighting machines is just a tutorial. This is the actual game. He senses something bigger. A raging black bear shows up. Tier 1 middle stage. Impact. Another one shot. Su-hong realizes that as long as he doesn't stumble into a Tier 2 zone, he's basically the server admin. He pulls out a knife to collect his 3,000 yuan ear bounty. It's not much, but it's honest work. The system pings. He has enough martial value to officially break through and become a martial artist. But before he can click upgrade, a roar shakes the dirt off the leaves. The aura is heavy. This isn't a middle stage scrub. He uses Void Step to close the distance. He drops onto a ridge and sees the main event. The Black Jade Giant Python. Tier 1 late stage. It's currently turning a group of hunters into a before picture for a life insurance ad. The snake slams a hunter into the rocks. Su-hong knows he should probably leave. This thing is way above his pay grade, but the snake lunges for the survivors. The tail sweeps through the air like a whip. Su-hong intervenes. He catches a falling hunter, but the impact is heavy. Even his refined body feels the shock. The hunter he saved is already half gone. He's coughing up blood, looking like a discarded secondary character. Su-hong wipes the blood from his own lip. He's actually bleeding. Borrowing your spear for a second, he tells the dying man. He analyzes the situation. Usually, it takes a whole raid team to down a late-stage beast, but all of Su-hong's skills are at perfection. He triggers Void Step. He launches a perfect Raging Sea Spear strike. The water energy carves a line right through the python's scales. The snake roars, and Su-hong is already in the air again. He lands, blue energy swirling around him like he's the center of a storm. One more time. He thrusts the spear, a massive column of water energy piercing the sky. The snake takes a direct hit to the head. It's a dance. Su-hong is moving too fast for the snake to track. He knows he can't one-tap this thing. He has to play the long game. The snake sweeps its tail, and Su-hong counters with a perfect Thunder Rush fist. Hit, disengage, widen the distance. Find another opening, rinse and repeat. He's breathing hard. This is the first time his stamina bar has actually been in the yellow. The python is trembling. It's almost done. Keep it coming! Su-hong is fully locked in. Suddenly, his survival instinct screams. Someone is coming from his blind spot. A massive masked guy drops from the sky with a flaming fist. Su-hong blocks, but the sneak attack sends him sliding back. He coughs, looking up at the intruders. It's the blonde young master from the base. The squad stands there like they're the heroes of the story. Yi Chen admits he thought Su-hong would be a corpse by now. He thinks Su-hong just found a dying snake and was trying to claim the loot. Su-hong realizes they haven't been watching. They just arrived. The big guy tells Su-hong to scram before young Master Ye gets annoyed. Su-hong's eyes go dark. You really think I can't beat you people? He moves. Thunder Rush Fist meets the big guy's guard. The bodyguard's eyes widen. The power is illegal. Su Hong shatters his mask and his face in one go. The unit hits the ground and doesn't get back up. Ye Chen recognizes the move. Vajra Fist? No, wait. He remembers the report about White Fox getting humiliated. The realization hits him. Su Hong is the Minotaur. Kill him, Ye orders. The whole squad draws their weapons. Su Hong knows he's low on gas. He throws the spear and bolts into the brush. The hunters follow him into the dense woods. One guy thinks they're safe because they have numbers. Su Hong is behind him. The impact breaks the ground. One more down. The survivor is terrified. He recognizes the 9 echoes. Ye Chen is panicking. How is a kid mastering techniques that rank 3s struggle with? Su Hong is watching from the trees. He's picking them off one by one like a survival horror protagonist. He drops down. One look at his eyes, and the third hunter gets his lights turned out. Blood hits the leaves. The last bodyguard tells Ye they need to run. But Ye is too deep in his feelings. I must kill him today. Su Hong doesn't give them time to debate. He slams the last bodyguard into the dirt. Now it's just Ye Chen. Ye spins around, looking for a shadow. Damn it, damn it! Su Hong appears. Finally! It's your turn. Ye Chen charges, blue energy gathering in his hand. Void Shattering Finger! The attack is fast, cutting through the air. It shears through a massive tree like it's paper. He starts spamming it. He's desperate. Su Hong realizes this is at least a Class B skill. The kid actually has a decent move. Then Ye says the one thing you never say to a protagonist. I'll kill your whole family! The air goes cold. Su Hong's blue eyes aren't just glowing now, they're burning. He weaves through the fingers. Ye starts naming his relatives like they're a shield. My uncle is a supervisor, my father is. Su Hong is already behind him. I liked you better when you were acting high and mighty. Punch to the face. Kick to the head. Ye Chen is sent tumbling down the cliffside. He lands in a heap of dust and regret. Su Hong stands above him, looking like an absolute menace. Ye is crying, coughing blood, wondering how a non-martial artist is doing this. Then a shadow falls over him. A very familiar, very large shadow. The python is back, and it's recovered its stamina. The survivors of the squad are standing around wondering if their young master is actually doing work, or if he's just lagging. Su Hong charges out of the brush. He's not alone. He brought the giant python back for round 2. He navigates the chaos perfectly. One hunter gets swallowed whole, another gets tail swiped into the next zip code. Su Hong realizes he's getting indirect kill points from the system. Work smarter, not harder. He's got enough martial value to finally break through. He needs a safe spot. The python is currently busy eating the rest of the evidence, so Su Hong spots a nearby cave and makes his move. He dives in, slamming through the entrance just as the snake tries to follow him. The python is too big to fit. It's basically just a very angry wall at this point. Su Hong checks the stats. 504 martial value. He dumps it all into vitality. His blood starts feeling like liquid magma. Boom. Tier 1 martial artist. The aura shift is so heavy the snake actually flinches. My turn. He punches. The impact sends the snake flying back out of the cave. He's not using weapons, he's using Vajra Fist. He leaps onto the snake's head, shattering scales with every strike. The snake tries to throw him, but his grip is different now. He lunges. He strikes. One massive column of energy pierces through the python's skull. Thunder Rush Fist to finish the job. 9 sounds. Perfect execution. The Tier 1 late-stage boss is officially deleted from the server. He checks the loot, plus 92 martial value. Not a bad day at the office. He remembers the rule about cutting off ears for the bounty. Snakes don't have ears. Our guy is genuinely annoyed at the biological oversight. He heads back to the cliffside to find Ye Feng's body. The kid is cooked. Literally. Su Hong starts looting. He's looking for that void-breaking finger move. He finds the manual. The author really just left it in his pocket like a convenient quest item. Night falls. The wilderness is quiet for once. He reads the manual by the fire. He memorizes it instantly because, well, he's him. He enters the system space. Training begins. His clone is spamming the finger technique. Su Hong masters it to the basic realm in record time. He coughs. B-rank skills have a lot of recoil if you aren't prepared. 3 days later, he tests the move on a local bear. It goes through the beast like a railgun. Void-breaking finger. Perfect. Time to head back to the base and get paid. He arrives at the counter. A squad nearby is bragging about a 230,000 credit haul. They think they're the top earners of the week. Then Su Hong dumps his bag. 72 Tier 1 initials. 83 middles, 17 high stages. The total is 406,000. Everyone in the lobby looks like they just saw a ghost. Suddenly, an alarm blares. The base is under lockdown. Ye Chi walks in, looking like he's about to execute the entire room. He's the person in charge here. My nephew is dead, and his manual is missing. The crowd is shocked. They knew Ye Feng was a brat, but they didn't think anyone would actually do it. Most of the hunters are actually celebrating internally. Ye Feng was a public menace. Ye Chi orders a body search on every single person. He's looking for that B-rank manual. Su Hong plays it cool. He already burned the manual after memorizing it. He senses Ye Chi's gaze. The supervisor walks right up to him. Little brother, I heard you just made 400,000 credits on your own. Pretty impressive. His assistant doesn't believe a student could hunt that many beasts. She thinks he scavenged Ye Feng's loot. Two bodyguards with flaming hands step up. Su Hong doesn't even move, but his spear is suddenly at the bodyguard's throat. He's so fast the guards didn't even see the frame data. I'm a student at Star City High No 1. You really want to do this? Yichi hesitates. Our principal is known for being notoriously protective, which is code for, will destroy your career if you touch his kids. He realizes that if Su Hong really is a genius, offending him is a massive L for the future. They have a stare down. Su Hong doesn't blink. Yichi offers 10,000 compensation for a voluntary search. Su Hong counters with 30,000. If you're going to waste his time, you're going to pay the premium. They search him. Nothing. The manual is ash. Yichi has to pay up and let him go. Su Hong heads to a hotel to clean up. He's got big plans for the Martial Artists Association registration. He checks into the underground hotel. He strips down and checks his stats. Vitality 103. 534 martial points. He does the math. Dumping everything into Vitality would get him near the mid-stage, but he's curious about Spirit and Mortal Frame. He bumps Spirit. He doesn't feel anything. It's like upgrading your RAM when you're already only playing Minesweeper. Then, he hits Mortal Frame. He dumps 200 points into Vitality and the rest into Mortal Frame. Suddenly, he goes full 80s action hero. His muscles are literally expanding out of control. He returns to normal after the breakthrough. Good thing I'm back to normal. My aunt would have many questions. An hour later, he arrives at the Martial Artists Association. He's here for the official assessment. The receptionist tells him the requirement: 100 Vitality and 1,000 combat power. The pros in the lobby are laughing. They think he's a kid just testing the waters. Suddenly, a buzzer sounds. Someone just failed. 102 Vitality, but only 992 power. This test is no joke. Then, Li Ming steps up. He enters the cage for the combat test. He strikes. 1,763 power. Everyone loses their minds. He's a disciple of Jiang Ming from the Raging Thunder Dojo, a certified genius. Su Hong remembers the instructor he met earlier. Li Ming walks past Su Hong and gives him the don't even try look. You really think you can compare to me? Heh. Then Su Hong steps into the Vitality tester. 123. The machine isn't broken. Li Ming's jaw, however, is on the floor. High Vitality means nothing. Combat power is everything. He's coping hard. Su Hong steps up to the combat tester. He thinks to himself, 40% power should be enough. Then he thinks, better make it 50% just to be safe. He doesn't use skills. He doesn't use techniques, just raw strength. The machine doesn't just register the hit. The machine literally flies across the room and hits the wall. Total silence. The number pops up, 3004. The proctor is screaming. A rank 1 early stage hitting 3,000 power? He sees Su Hong's face and realizes who it is. Oh, that explains it. Upstairs, President Wu Lingxian is staring at her phone. She's losing her mind because neighboring cities are producing geniuses while Star City is dry. Her assistant bursts in. President! A monster just appeared in the assessment! He hit 3,004 power with raw strength! He's a Tier 1 early stage! We're back at the Martial Artists Association. Su Hong is being escorted to get his official ID and his monthly allowance. Suddenly, a pair of boots stops the elevator. President Wu Lingxian decides to skip the paperwork and handle this personally. She's got that I'm about to change your life energy. Su Hong knows she's a Tier 5 master. He's impressed, but he's mostly thinking about the 10,000 yuan check. They head to the office. Wu tells him the school principal was complaining about a lack of talent. Meanwhile, he was hiding a literal monster. She gets straight to the point. Guidance techniques. Su Hong gives the textbook answer. You absorb qi to strengthen the body. Wu explains that textbooks are for casuals. Guidance techniques are actually weapons. She demonstrates her heavenly flame technique. Her fist ignites and she releases a blast that would make a dragon jealous. Su Hong is taking notes. He realized the tutorial just got a major patch. There are 7 attributes: metal, wood, water, fire, earth, thunder, and wind. But you don't choose the element chooses you based on compatibility. She brings out a crystal ball. Usually, a genius has 80 to 90% compatibility. Su Hong touches it. He's hoping for at least a 90 so he can look cool. The ball doesn't just glow. It hits maximum brightness instantly. 100% compatibility with fire. Wu is losing her composure. 100% means zero waste when absorbing qi. She's only 80% and she's already the president of the association. She tells him his future is essentially infinite. Su Hong likes fire, but he's an aesthetics guy. He wants thunder. He touches the ball again, thinking about electricity. Lightning fills the room. President, this one is 100% too. Wu is now questioning reality. Dual 100% compatibility is illegal. Then he hits wind. 100%. She's about to have a breakdown. A few minutes later, the president is staring at the ceiling, rethinking her entire career. He's 100% for all 7. She thinks she's dreaming. She remembers being the top genius of her generation. But she realized the world has existences beyond common sense. Beings built to fight things that shouldn't exist. She looks at Su Hong and realizes she's looking at a future god. Ordinary people cannot understand this kind of talent. Su Hong is distressed because he feels like choosing only one is a waste of a good account. He asks for a copy of all 7 techniques. Wu warns him human energy is limited. A guy tried this before and stayed a Tier 1 scrub for decades. He promises to just try them out. We all know he's going to max them all out by Tuesday. She mentions the school's monthly exam. Nations are forming a genius training camp because a major war is coming. If he takes first place, she'll give him a recommendation spot. Su-hong hears War of 10,000 Races and his expression shifts. He lost his family to that war. He remembers the fire, the loss. Night falls at the Su household. He shows his official martial artist license to his uncle and aunt. They start crying. Their little boy is finally a pillar of the community. Late that night, Su-hong hits the roof. He tries the fire guidance technique. His fist starts smoking. He's annoyed because it feels weak. Then he checks the panel. A new column. Heavenly Flame Guidance, LV1. He realizes his system can level up elemental skills too. Su-hong is trying to figure out the meta for leveling up elements, but he's out of martial value. He needs to go back to the wilderness soon. He spends the night practicing all 7 types. His body becomes a battlefield. 7 attributes repelling each other. Now he understands why that other guy was stuck at tier 1 for years. The body usually can only handle 1 at a time. If you force 2, they clash and explode. It's basically self-sabotage. He looks at thunder and fire. They're both aggressive. He tries to fuse them. Another explosion. He fails, and fails, and fails. Dawn breaks over the city. He's exhausted, but he's got that one more round mentality. Fuse for me! Success. A new type of flame. Fused chi. It took all night, but he actually did it. Time for a live test. He heads to the Citizen Martial Arts Square. He finds a tier 3 tester. He's tired of breaking the cheap ones. He uses 30% power with raw thunder. 2,343. That's already a massive boost. Then he adds the fused fire. The air around his fist starts to distort. Impact. 3,041. At 30% strength, he's already hitting harder than a tier 1 high stage. He wonders what fusing all 7 would look like. Probably a server reset. He decides to try fusing 3 next. He's addicted to the damage numbers. He ends up lying on the roof looking like he just finished a 48-hour stream. Difficulty is scaling up too fast. He needs more martial value to cheat the system. Next day, Star City No. 1. Monthly exam time. The principal is giving the speech. Top 3 get the Genius Training Camp spots. The students are hyped. Tier 7 Grandmasters as teachers? That's legendary loot. Su-hong is confused. Wu said he needed first place. Why is everyone saying top 3? His friend tells him the meta changed. Chen Shan and Li Tu are both tier 1 now. They've been getting private lessons in Thunder Rush Fist. The 2 geniuses are glaring at each other, already fighting for the number 1 spot. The principal asks instructor Chen if he found the 9 Echo genius yet. They both agree he probably isn't a student at this school. Suddenly, Jiang Ming arrives with his top disciples. He's here to flex. He wants a spar between the first place winner and his disciples. The principal is sweating. If he refuses, he loses face. Jiang Ming starts the trash talk. If your students are too trash, I understand. Lian spots Su-hong in the crowd. Jiang Ming turns around. Which Su? He sees Su-hong smiling in the back row. Jiang Ming's soul nearly leaves his body. He realizes that if his disciples fight that kid, they aren't just losing, they're getting deleted. He immediately does a 180. I was joking! No competition! My disciples are trash! The principal thinks Jiang Ming is being sarcastic. He's actually just terrified. The match starts. No. 666 Su-hong versus Chen Peng. Su-hong's friends tell him to just try not to get injured. The opponent is a quasi-martial artist. He thinks he's the main character. You going down yourself, or do I beat you down? Su-hong doesn't speak. He just moves. 1 kick. The opponent is insta-killed in 1 move. The entire stadium just went mute. Su-hong finishes another match, and the crowd is starting to realize that they are witnessing a complete slaughter. The principal is having a midlife crisis on the sidelines, wondering how he missed a seedling this cracked. But the teachers shift focus to the semifinals. It is Chen Shan versus Li Tu, the real favorites for the title. Li Tu goes for the Thunder Rush Fist immediately. It is fast, it is loud, and it is exactly what we have seen Su-hong do better. Chen Shan counters with fire attribute externalization. The crowd loses it because fire is high tier, but Li Tu is not impressed. He reveals his metal attribute. Apparently, in this world, metal beats fire. He follows up with 5 echoes of the Thunder Rush Fist. Chen Shan realizes he is cooked. The impact sends him flying. The principal is impressed. Li Tu mastered a micro-level technique in 10 days. The consensus is that Su-hong has 0 chance against this, except for instructor Chen, who just bet 50,000 yuan on our guy. That is either extreme confidence or a gambling problem. Final match. Number 1 versus number 666. Li Tu starts the trash talk immediately, calling Su-hong lucky for sneaking into the finals. Su-hong looks like he is listening to an NPC dialogue he cannot skip. Li Tu offers him the number 2 spot in the school. Generous. Then he charges. He wants to end this in 1 move to show the gap in their levels. The students are already mourning Su-hong. Then, Su-hong's eyes glow. He does not dodge. He does not use a skill. He just stands there to see what his physical body can actually handle. 5 punches, Meet 5 punches. The shockwaves tear up the pavement. Li Tu is losing his mind because his ultimate move was just neutralized by basic hands. Su Hong starts the counteroffensive. No skills, just raw, heavy efficiency. The crowd is confused. How is a normal guy matching a Thunder Rush user? The principal decides it must be a special physique, but he still thinks Li Tu wins because of attribute externalization. The two fighters create distance. Li Tu is done playing. He powers up to his absolute limit. He screams for Su Hong to give him defeat. Su Hong sighs. If the guy wants to see a gap, it is time to show him a canyon. Thunder attribute activated. The teachers actually stand up. Thunder is the strongest attack attribute, and Su Hong is using it better than the instructors. Li Tu's metal attribute is literally being stripped away. Su Hong gives him a GG smile. Thunder Rush Fist, 1 hit. 9 echoes. The perfect realm. Silence. Then the entire school explodes. The principal realizes this is not just a genius. This is the Dragon of Star City. The other teacher realizes the geniuses at the training camp are about to have a very bad time. Su Hong walks off as the medical team carries Li Tu away on a stretcher. Star City is officially too small for him now. Su Hong heads home. Dinner is ready. His uncle and aunt are waiting. He casually mentions he got first place. The uncle looks like he just won the lottery. Then, a knock on the door. It is not a neighbor. Enter the Karen of Star City. She offers Su Hong 30,000 yuan to give up his training camp spot for her son. Su Hong's face says, "Is this lady for real?" She starts the fear-mongering, saying people die in the camp. She looks around their poor apartment and tells them it is for their own good. The aunt gets worried. The safety argument is the only one that works on her. The uncle steps in. He asks Su Hong if he can guarantee his own safety. Su Hong says yes. The uncle tells the Karen to kick rocks. He trusts his family over a stranger with a checkbook. The door slams. She screams from the hallway like a true villain who is going to be forgotten in 3 chapters. Su Hong apologizes for not being honest about the danger. The uncle laughs it off. He knows the world is cruel. The aunt gives him a playful smack for being too cool about it. The family moment lands. This is what he is fighting for. That night, Su Hong is on the roof. He knows he cannot stay at this level if he wants to protect them. He opens the system. 285 martial value points. He decides to dump them all into his mortal body stat. The progress bar ticks up. His muscles literally density shift. Mortal body is at 64%. He is wondering what kind of special physique unlocks at 100%. Then he notices something weird. His guidance techniques leveled up to level 2 without him spending points. Passive leveling. The best kind. Dawn. He sits in meditation until both Thunder and Flame reach level 3. Vitality is up to 126. He is getting wider in terms of power. Departure time. The family says goodbye on the street. Su Hong promises to bring back another first place. As soon as he turns the corner, the uncle's tough guy act breaks. He is crying. He is terrified. He is a dad. Su Hong walks through the city with his spear. He senses a presence. A red sports car drifts into his path. Sister Wu is behind the wheel looking like she's about to film a music video. They hit the highway. Fast car, faster stakes. Su Hong asks why she is personally picking him up. She is worried. She tells him that the training camp is full of monsters. Tier 1 high stages. People with B-rank skills and unlimited resources. Su Hong is not stressed. He has the tutorial space. B-rank is just another skill to perfect. She tells him it is okay if he faces setbacks. She does not want him to break mentally. Su Hong thanks her, but his eyes are already on the next goal. Wu Linxian realizes she might be the one who is actually stressed, not him. Welcome to the Tianlin mountain range. Our guy is currently in a luxury van, listening to his classmates panic about the fact that this place is swarming with beasts. The mountain range isn't just a scenic hiking spot, it's rich in spiritual energy, meaning the monsters here are on a different level. Even the Tier 1 beasts in the outer ring are built different. Most Tier 2 warriors wouldn't even step foot in here without a full squad and a prayer. Su Hong's classmates are already feeling like they're being watched by something that wants to eat them. But look at Su Hong. He's actually smiling. He's finally in a place where he can stop holding back and actually enjoy the grind. They arrive at the base camp, and the vibe is immediately tense. Su Hong's buddies are wondering how strong the competition is, and the answer is very. This isn't just a school field trip. These kids look like they've seen some things. The Star City students are feeling the pressure, but Su Hong just has that calm before the storm look on his face. He's ready to move. The proctor shows up and drops the first bomb. There's an entrance assessment before they even get to the real camp. Suddenly, a fleet of luxury cars rolls up. The big clans have arrived, and they clearly don't do waiting in line. The doors open, and the server's top players finally log in. We've got the flashy Lin Xing, the psychic Xiao Yan, and the absolute unit himself, Wang Tiantuo. They walk in with a literal security detail like they're headlining Coachella. The Star City kids are basically background characters compared to these three. Su Hong is just taking notes. He wants to see if these geniuses actually have the stats to back up the entrance music. The proctor gets down to business. The training camp is 30 kilometers away, deep in the mountains. They've hidden tokens inside the beasts. No token, no entry. 8 hours sounds like plenty of time, but 30 kilometers in a monster-infested death zone is a different story. Su Hong is doing the math. He's got time to pass and time to farm points. Efficiency is king. Wait, someone asks about the high-level beasts. The proctor basically tells them, get good or die. He drops a heavy truth bomb. The world doesn't care about fairness. If you get slapped by a powerhouse, you don't get a respawn. You either survive or you're a statistic. Then this guy in the suit pipes up, calling everyone trash. Classic young master behavior. He's practically begging for a humbling. The proctor adds one more rule. No fighting in the camp, but out in the mountains, anything goes. You can steal, jump, or beat anyone you want. Su-hong realizes the camp is basically running a battle royale, but he's not worried about losing his token. He's thinking about how much XP these arrogant kids are worth. The timer starts. Everyone scrambles into the woods like it's a Black Friday sale. Su-hong takes a high vantage point to scout. Below him, Suit-guy is already trying to eliminate commoners. It's a clash of elements, ice versus whatever the other guy has. The impact shakes the trees. They're actually putting on a decent show, lighting up the forest with skill spam. Su-hong is watching from a branch, completely unimpressed. These geniuses are way weaker than the rumors suggested. He decides hunting beasts is a better use of his time. But then, Suit-guy starts talking about working-class losers and generations of accumulation. He's really leaning into the classism. Su-hong stops. He hates the trash talk. He drops down between them like a glitch in the system. He's holding a wooden stick. Not even his spear, just a stick. The two idiots stop fighting each other to mock him. Su-hong offers them a deal, stop fighting each other and team up against him. One guy charges in, thinking it's a free kill. Su-hong dodges, moves behind him, and he doesn't even use a skill, just a basic kick that sends the guy into the next zip code. Suit-guy is stunned. His buddy was tier 1, and he just got one tapped. Su-hong turns to the suit. Your turn. The guy doesn't even have time to blink. The wooden stick meets his face with the force of a freight train. Suit-guy hits the tree hard enough to wake up the whole forest. Su-hong stands over them, reminding them what happens when you look down on ordinary cultivators. Back at the control room, the proctors are watching the feed. They're confused. This random kid just one-shot two geniuses with a branch. The two victims wake up in a world of pain. The stick is still lying there as a reminder of their shame. Su-hong has already moved on, leaving them to contemplate their life choices. They're already plotting revenge, claiming they underestimated him. Nothing brings two enemies together like getting collectively humbled by a guy with a stick. They actually bond over it. It's almost wholesome if they weren't planning a murder. Su-hong is back on the hunt. He runs into a pack of giant tusk boars. They charge, but he's already airborne. Thunder Rush Fist. 9 sounds. The whole pack is vaporized instantly. But look at the points. +7, +9. The system is giving him peanuts now, and none of them have tokens. He's basically just farming for pocket change. He realizes only the high-tier beasts carry the goods. Half an hour later, he's deeper in the woods. The forest goes quiet. Something big is here. A tier 1 upper stage black tiger. Now we're talking. Su-hong drops from the sky with a void-shattering finger. The tiger hits the dirt before it can even roar. He follows up with a spear slam just to be sure. +35 points. Better, but he's still a long way from his goal. He starts the messiest unboxing video ever. Finally, 1 token. It took 3 hours to find a single one. The math is simple. Deeper equals stronger, but stronger equals fewer beasts. He decides to change his strategy. Instead of hunting bosses, he's going for volume. Quantity over quality. The classic grind set. He's got 5 hours left and a stat bar that needs filling. The forest becomes a crime scene. He's clearing packs left and right. A massive bear tries to jump him, and Su-hong doesn't even reach for a weapon. His fist is glowing with fire and thunder. The bear gets a first-hand look at the afterlife. He's literally punching through monsters now. 1 hit, 1 kill. The environment is barely surviving him. He realizes that with his mortal body at 60%, he doesn't even need skills for these guys. He checks his stats. 254 points. He's about 100 points away from maxing his physique. He's ready to keep going, but the forest has other plans. A sound echoes through the mountains that makes the ground shake. Even Su-hong looks worried. This isn't a boar or a tiger. The sky turns gold. The legendary golden rock. A beast king. It flaps its wings once, and the shockwave nearly levels the forest. The forest is literally coming apart at the seams. Su-hong is stuck under the pressure of a tier 7 beast king, wondering if he got a bit toothy with his recent power-ups. In front of a legendary monster, he is basically a side character. Then a literal ball of light drops from the atmosphere. Enter Qin, rank 7 Grandmaster. He tells the Golden Rock he's borrowing its territory for the camp, and the bird is not happy about the lease agreement. Qin doesn't do negotiations, he does beatings until you agree. The air splits as he meets the Beast King head-on. The bird tries to scream its way out of the fight, but Qin just finds it noisy. He unloads a flurry of punches that would level a city block. The impact shakes the entire mountain range. Qin stands there, barely breathing hard, and tells the rock to get lost before he gets serious. The bird decides it has somewhere else to be. Fast. Qin announces to all the trainees that the assessment is still on. No days off. Su-hong is watching this from the dirt, taking notes. He isn't scared, he's inspired. That is his future. Qin flies back to the base, which looks like a high-tech fortress carved into a crater. He complains that the bird made him work for it. His assistants, Lin Zhe and Bai Mu, start the flattery, but Qin wants the data. They check the monitors to see who survived the rock's pressure. Qin spots Wang Tiantuo first. The kid is still standing after clearing a tiger pack. He finds out Wang is the Star City Castellan's son, one of 100 kids, but apparently the only one who didn't roll a nat 1 on his stats. Then, they see Lin Xing, the movement specialist, and Xiao Yan, who just used a psychic bubble to ignore the whole event. Qin asks for more. He is bored of the major family kids. Bai Mu reports that most of the school kids are Tier 1 early stage. Qin is about to write off Star City No 1 High completely when Lin Zhe points at a specific screen. It's Su Hong. He isn't just standing, he's actively hunting beasts right after the rock left. Bai Mu starts stuttering. She has seen the file. Qin tells them to keep it together, but then he looks at the paperwork himself. He thinks his assistants are just being dramatic because they're young. Then he sees it. 100% all attribute affinity. Perfect Realm Thunder Rush Fist. 3004 combat power points using 0 skills. Qin goes from bored old man to red-eyed menace in 2 seconds. He realizes he just struck gold in a backwater city. Then he notices the vitality score. It is low. He finds out Su Hong is cultivating all 7 elements at once and assumes the kid's previous teachers were idiots for letting him ruin his future like that. He decides to go see this treasure for himself. The elite trio greets him at the gate. They get the good job head pat. 6 hours in, most of the survivors are huddled at the gate. 7.5 hours. Qin is ready to close the assessment. He's actually nervous Su Hong won't show up. Then, at the final deadline, our guy walks out of the woods. He's covered in so much monster blood he looks like a walking crime scene. The other students are genuinely terrified of how many things he had to kill to get that dirty. Even the guys he humiliated earlier are watching from the corners, planning their revenge later. The elite trio acknowledges him. He made it in at the last possible second. Assessment over. Time for the camp tour. The facilities are top tier, gravity rooms, combat simulations, and the martial arts pavilion with A-rank manuals. Su Hong's eyes light up. This is exactly why he's here. But everything costs contribution points. No handouts. You want the A-rank skills? You earn them by being the best. The proctor sends everyone to rest. Su Hong gets a private room, perfect for doing things he doesn't want people to see. He opens the system. 354 points. He dumps everything into mortal body. The progress bar hits 100% and his body starts to glow like a dying star. Evolution begins. The energy maps out his entire skeletal and muscular structure. The eruption of power almost takes the roof off his dorm room. He stands up, and the air around him feels different. He's built like a tank now, but with none of the bulk. System check. Overlord body. Spirit rank. 0%. The description says it's the strongest strength physique in existence, and it can still be upgraded. He decides to test the new grip. He picks up his spear and casually bends the C-rank alloy like it's made of wet cardboard. He immediately regrets it because C-rank alloy is expensive. Then he remembers he looted it for free, so it's fine, but he definitely needs an A-rank spear now. He decides to head to the warehouse to pick up training gear. The warehouse is crowded. Everyone is watching Wang Tiantuo. The man is wearing a 3,000 kg load and still jumping around. The other elites are calling him a barbarian bull. The grandmasters are watching the feed from the command center. Bai Mu asks when they should tell Su Hong to stop his 7-element mistake. Qin says they need to be subtle. You can't just tell a genius he's wrong, you have to prove it. He's setting up a night raid. He wants to catch the students while they're relaxed and howling in grief. His plan is to have a Tier 1 high-stage fighter overwhelmingly defeat Su Hong. Bai Mu is worried Su Hong's confidence will collapse, but Qin says if he's that fragile, he was trash to begin with. Rough love. Back on the ground, Su Hong sees a crowd following Wang to the gravity room. He wanders into the warehouse while no one is looking. He grabs his scoring bracelet and spots the weight vests. He sees a 10-ton vest and wonders who would even wear that. He tries it on, but it's a bit much even for him right now. He settles on the 5-ton version. It feels just right. He thinks the other elites must be wearing similar weights. He heads to the gravity room to see their methods. The gravity room is a massive glass pyramid. Wang is inside at 2x gravity wearing 3 tons. Total load, 6 tons. People think he's a god. Su Hong is confused. Wang's vest is only 3 tons? That's light work. He runs into Chen Shan and Li Tu, who are too embarrassed to enter because they'll look weak. Su Hong tries to give them a pep talk, but they're already checked out. They ask if he's really going in while it's this crowded. The background characters are already laughing, thinking Su Hong is just going to embarrass himself. Su Hong doesn't care. The gravity room is expensive, he's not wasting the opportunity. He enters. He's wearing 5 tons. At 2x gravity, that would be 10 tons. He'd only last 10 minutes. He sets it to 1.5x. Total load, 7.5 tons. It hits him hard. The monitor only shows the 1.5x setting. The crowd thinks he's struggling with basic gravity without any weight. Su Hong ignores them and starts cultivating. The pressure is actually helping his speed. 2 hours pass. He unclenches, drenched in sweat. Stats check. Vitality 130. All minor guidance techniques leveled up. He's exhausted, but the gains are real. He walks out of the pyramid looking like he just finished a marathon. The haters are waiting. They mock him for only handling 1.5x and coming out so fast. Su Hong just sighs and says the weight suit is boiling hot. He unzips his jacket. The dead last just revealed a 5-ton vest. The look on their faces? Priceless. So, Su-hong is currently taking off his weight vest, and the local haters are still running their mouths, calling him dead last and comparing him to Wang Tiantuo. Speak of the devil, the barbarian god himself walks out of the gravity room. He survived 2 hours under 6 tons of pressure. The crowd is acting like they just saw a prime LeBron dunk. Then Wang drops his vest, and the impact literally shakes the room. This man is a walking earthquake. Lin Jing shows up to flex his A-rank movement technique because apparently, being a tank isn't enough in this camp. Su-hong hears A-rank and his grind set senses start tingling. He knows the Overlord body is strong, but he's currently moving like a high-spec PC with no internet speed. He needs a dash skill. They head to the movement training room, a high-tech dome designed to turn you into a human pinball. Lin Jing sets the difficulty to max level 10. Most people can't even dodge level 3. Lin starts moving, and it's actually beautiful. He's dodging thousands of arrows while making it look like a dance performance. Su-hong locks in. He's using his eyes to record every frame of this guy's movement. The crowd thinks he's just staring blankly, but the system is already uploading the data. 8%. 15%, 30%. The download completes. Flying Swan startling cloud step officially learned. Su-hong realizes he shouldn't have copied Lin Xing's aesthetic because it's a bit too much, but it's too late. He just accidentally performed a perfect flashy pose in front of everyone. The students are confused. Did the quiet kid just out-handsome the resident pretty boy? Su-hong dips before they can ask questions. He senses a presence. It's Suit Guy and his buddy. They've got a wooden club and a dream of revenge. Su-hong leads them right to the ferocious beast room. Outside, Xiao Yan is challenging Wang to a kill count competition. She's a spirit master, and Wang thinks his physical body can outwork her psychic powers. Su-hong decides to spectate. He has never seen a spirit master in a real fight. Xiao Yan enters the arena, and things get weird immediately. She starts walking on literal air. In this world, that's usually a rank 7 Grandmaster move. She waves a hand, and 3 high-stage tigers are shredded by streaks of light. A massive beast tries to jump her from behind, but she doesn't even turn around. She uses telekinesis to freeze the monster in midair like she just hit the pause button. Then, she skewers it. Su-hong realizes the flowing light wasn't magic, it was high-speed telekinetic daggers. He's officially sold. Being a martial artist is cool, but being a spirit master looks like playing the game with cheats on. Then, the finale. She summons a giant spiritual sword that dwarfs a building-sized snake. She drops the blade, and the snake becomes a memory. Su-hong is doing the math. That sword weighs tons, and she handled it with a flick of her wrist. Lin Xingye explains that's an A-rank spirit skill. Su-hong asks if Wang has an A-rank skill too. Lin says yes, and the crowd realizes they're surrounded by monsters. Our guy isn't discouraged. He's excited. This is the right place to be. The screen shifts to Wang Tiantuo, who is literally exploding beasts with his bare fists. No skills, just raw, terrifying physical stats. Su-hong checks his own stats. To unlock the Spirit Master class, he needs 100 spirit. He's at 26.5. He needs 735 martial value points. He decides it's time for a killing spree. Suit Guy sees Su-hong enter the room and thinks this is his main character moment. He tells his buddy they're going to rush in and jump him while he's distracted. Then, they look at the monitor. Their faces go pale. Su-hong didn't just pull one beast. He's currently challenging more than 10 high-stage monsters at the exact same time. Suit Guy is actually worried. He thinks Su-hong is suicidal and wants to find an instructor to save him. Su-hong, meanwhile, is just getting warmed up. He tells the monsters to come on like he's playing a lobby on easy mode. The room turns into a blender of claws and teeth. He dodges a massive pincer and prepares his counter. The impact splits the ground. He's moving so fast the beasts can't even register his presence. He's clearing the room in a blur of blue energy. Suit Guy is having a mental breakdown. He's watching a Tier 1 early stage do things a Tier 2 high stage would struggle with. Then he notices the movement. He realizes Su-hong is using Lin Xinghe's A-rank movement technique. The jobbers decide to forgive Su-hong. Translation? They're terrified and want to leave before he sees them. Suit Guy tries to hold on to his dignity, but one look at the final screen ends that career path permanently. Su-hong is sitting on top of a mountain of dead beasts like it's a casual Tuesday. He's annoyed because the point rewards are getting smaller as he gets stronger. The game is nerfing his XP gains. The door opens, and more beasts pour in. He doesn't want to rest. He wants those points. A pack of saber-toothed lions jumps him. He meets them head-on. Vajra Fist activated. He sends a shockwave through the pack that clears the floor. The remaining beasts actually start backing away. They have survival instincts, and Su-hong is the apex predator in this room. Su-hong smiles. Where are you going? Hand over the martial value. He grabs a scorpion by the tail and uses it as a whip to clear the rest. Outside, the proctors are staring at the screen in complete silence. The jobber duo slips away, talking about how the cycle of vengeance must end. Cowardice has never sounded so philosophical. The crowd is tallying the scores. Wang killed 9 beasts. Xiao Yan killed 8. The jobbers act like they already finished their business. They're internally praying no one asks them for details. The elites walk out, looking exhausted. Wang got 280 points. Xiao Yan got 270. The crowd thinks that's impossible, since beasts are only worth 5 points each. They must have cleared 50 or 60 of them, plus the bonus for their weight vests. Most students are crying over their 10 or 20 points. They assume the competition is only for 4th place now. The jobbers just laugh internally. They know there's a monster standing above the elites. 1 hour later. The beast room looks like a scene from a horror movie. Su-hong is sitting in the middle of it, catching his breath. He still hasn't reached his 735-point goal, but he's getting closer. He checks his watch. 700 contribution points earned. Time to go shopping. He heads to the martial art pavilion, which looks like a traditional temple full of secrets. The clerk is half asleep and barely acknowledges him. Su-hong browses the catalog. A-rank skills are 2,000 points. He's poor again. But the pills are affordable. The clerk thinks he's just a tier 1 noob who can't afford anything. Su-hong asks about the spirit gathering pills. He spots the tier 4 spirit gathering pill for 500 points. He tells her to wrap it up. She thinks he misheard the price. He flashes his bracelet. 700 points. Her jaw hits the desk. Suddenly, she's the most helpful person in the camp. Of course, handsome! She sells him a dual attribute alloy spear for another 200 points. Su-hong heads back to his room under the moonlight. The new gear is sleek, the Thunderfire spear. Stats update. Vitality is up to 135. Overlord body is at 1%. He's 25 points short of 100 spirit. He looks at the pill. I'm definitely becoming a spirit master. Su-hong is locked in. He's got the pill. He's got the plan. The tier 4 spirit gathering pill hits his system like a shot of liquid adrenaline for the brain. His nerves are on fire, but in a good way. The mental fog is gone. He can literally feel the layout of the room through the air. Check the stats. Spirit just jumped 24 points. He's at 50.5 spirit. Add his 490 banked martial value, and he's at 99.5% progress toward his goal. He is 0.5% away from becoming a spirit master. Meanwhile, at the camp's warehouse, things are getting suspicious. Grandmaster Chin has assembled a group of old fogies, actual professional martial artists who have been through the meat grinder. They aren't here to teach, they're here to work. Meet Bu Jingfeng. He's got the mohawk, the attitude, and a massive chip on his shoulder. He's looking at the files for the camp's top geniuses and laughing. 340 vitality? Please. He thinks these kids are just pampered brats. Then he gets his assignment. Su-hong. Vitality 123. Bu Jingfeng feels insulted. He's a tier 1 high stage master, and they're asking him to sneak attack a kid who barely qualifies as a tier 1 initial? The atmosphere changes the second Grandmaster Chin walks in. Chin doesn't care about the complaints. He tells Bu Jingfeng that Su-hong isn't a normal kid. He tells him Su-hong's combat power rivals a high-stage master. The other guys think Chin is joking. Bu Jingfeng is sitting on 500 vitality. He's nearly a tier 2. Chin gives him the order, beat him until he doubts his life. Bu Jingfeng asks if Chin has a grudge against the kid, because if he goes all out, there might not be enough left of the kid to bury. Chin just smiles. It's that I know something you don't smile that usually precedes a disaster. Operation Night Raid begins. The camp goes from quiet to chaos in 10 seconds. The raiders are tearing through the hallways, taking out trainees before they can even grab their pants. It's a complete blowout. Geniuses are getting bodied left and right. Back in Su-hong's room, he's not sleeping. He's waiting. The door doesn't open, it gets deleted. Bu Jingfeng comes through the entrance with a purple flaming blade and a smirk. Su-hong doesn't panic, he just moves. His first thought is that this is an assassination attempt by one of the 10,000 races. He grabs his spear. The vibe check is official. Bu Jingfeng lunges. He's fast, he's aggressive, and he's clearly not holding back. But Su-hong notices something. The energy is human. This isn't an alien hit squad. It's a test. And for Su-hong, this is the best possible news. He needed 5 points of martial value to hit his 100% cap. Bu Jingfeng thinks the kid has lost his mind because Su-hong isn't dodging, he's meeting the blade head-on. Impact. Bu Jingfeng's arms go numb. He's thinking, wait, this kid's vitality was 123, why am I the one being pushed back? Su-hong starts pressing. The power difference is making the air in the room heavy. Bu Jingfeng realizes he has to stop treating this like a training session. He swings again, putting everything into a slash, and Su-hong just tanks it. Bu Jingfeng realizes that physical strength isn't going to win this. It's time to bring out the B-rank skills. He ignites his blade. Fire attribute. This is where most tier 1s would just melt. Purple flames wrap around his sword as he prepares the finishing move. He tells Su-hong to get ready to handle a B-rank martial art. Flame slash! Su-hong looks at the fire. He looks at his own spear. He doesn't use a spear technique, he just releases his own energy. The shockwave clears the smoke. Bu Jingfeng is staring at him, absolutely baffled. Su-hong just blocked a B-rank fire skill, using nothing but raw thunder energy. Bu Jingfeng tries to cope. He says it's a pity Su-hong doesn't know any actual spear techniques, because he's about to lose. Su-hong just smiles. I don't know any thunder spear techniques, but what if I add this on top? Fire and thunder. The two elements start to fuse around the spear tip. Every martial artist knows that elements repel each other. Fusing them is supposed to be impossible. Bu Jingfeng is looking at a legend coming to life in a dorm room. Su-hong's eyes glow. The fusion is stable. He moves. Bu Jingfeng screams flame slash again, desperate to regain control. Su-hong just deflects it like he's batting away a fly. And then the counter hit lands. The explosion doesn't just knock Bu Jingfeng back, it sends him through the exterior wall. Su-hong stands in the ruins of his room. Notification pops up. Martial value +7. Outside, Grandmaster Qin is checking his watch. He's already prepared his "I told you so" speech to lecture Su Hong about focusing on too many elements. Suddenly, a body comes flying out of the fourth-floor window. It's Bu Jingfeng. He hits the pavement like a sack of bricks. He is out cold, bleeding, done. Qin's jaw drops. The assistant is horrified. Bu Jingfeng was the strongest of the raiders. If he's down, what happened to the others? Then, more light shows in the sky. The elite trio, Wang, Xiao, and Lin, all drop down into the courtyard. They've also defeated their raiders. Wang is complaining that his opponent was too weak. Then he looks at the pile of bodies in the center. He sees 4 raiders. He's confused. They only fought 3. Who took out the guy in the middle? The assistant clarifies Bu Jingfeng was the target for Su Hong. Qin is doing the math. Wang and Lin are Tier 1 late stage. Xiao is a spirit master. It makes sense that they won. But Su Hong? He's a Tier 1 initial. How did he beat a quasi-Tier 2 faster than the elites? A security guard runs up, looking like he's seen a ghost. Qin tells him to relax, thinking maybe someone just got killed by mistake. The guard yells it out. Su Hong used a fusion guidance technique. Qin freezes. He literally has a physical reaction to the news. He grabs the guard. He can't believe it. Dual thunder and fire fusion? The guy in the surveillance room is currently spitting out his coffee. It's on the tapes. Qin looks at the unconscious Bu Jingfeng. It all makes sense now. The last person to research attribute fusion took 19 years to master it. Su Hong has had access to these techniques for a month. The assistant asks if it's really that powerful. Qin explains the stakes. Fusing elements is a suicide mission. Most people who try it end up crippling their own cultivation. But if someone actually succeeds, if Su Hong grows up, he won't just be a master. He'll be a god. He could take out the emperors of the 10,000 races with one move. The assistants think he's exaggerating. Fusing 7 attributes? That's pure fan fiction. Qin regains his composure, but his mind is racing. If Su Hong keeps this up, he might actually break the world. The assistant drops one more detail. Bu Jingfeng was crushed in terms of raw physical strength too. Qin realizes Su Hong's physique is even more broken than Wang's barbarian god body. Qin makes a call. They're organizing a full-scale competition tomorrow. No more secret tests. No more shadows. So, the dust is settling on the night raid, and while everyone else is out there counting their bruises, our guy is sitting in the middle of his ruined room like he's at a spa. He dumps every single point of martial value into his spirit stat. The threshold is right there. Becoming a spirit master isn't just a level up, it's a complete system reboot. He describes it as suddenly growing a third arm, something unfamiliar, weird, and absolutely broken. Spirit hits 100.2%. Breakthrough complete. He looks at the rubble around him. And with a single thought, the debris just floats. He's officially unlocked the creative mode of this world. He can walk on air and use telekinesis just like Xiao Yan. Actually, looking at her A-rank skills and Wang's power, he realizes this training camp is basically just a free buffet of techniques for him to steal. Next morning, the wake-up call is less of a greeting and more of a threat. The students are stumbling out of bed looking like they just finished a 12-hour shift in a coal mine. Assembly in the courtyard. Su Hong shows up looking fresh, while everyone else is covered in bandages. The instructor is actually impressed no one is late. He's got that, "I'm proud of you, but I'm still going to make your life hell" energy. One kid tries to complain, saying he only lost because the raider aimed for his lower regions while he was still in his underwear. The instructor is not taking excuses. He asks if an assassin from the 10,000 races would wait for him to put on his boxers. Brutal. The whole crowd just dubbed the kid Bro Underpants. That's a permanent debuff to his social standing. Su Hong is just vibing in the back, acknowledging that yeah, the raid was unfair, but that's just how the server works. Then comes the announcement. A comprehensive test. Vitality, combat power, spirit, speed, the works. And the rewards are insane. Top 10 get daily contribution points. The crowd is already conceding the top 3 spots to the elite trio. They're just hoping to scrap for 4th place. Su Hong, however, is looking at that number 1 spot. Grandmaster Qin leads them to the testing ground. They've got a Tier 2 combat power tester set up. This thing is built to take hits that would level a house. Qin is scanning the crowd looking for Su Hong. Some random guy thinks the Grandmaster is looking at him. Su Hong's internal monologue is just, "Brother, you are 80% wrong." He knows he's being targeted. Qin ups the ante. 1st place gets an A-rank martial art or movement technique of their choice. The room loses it. A-rank moves are basically national treasures. Wang Tiantuo's eyes go sharp. This is exactly what he needs. Xiao Yan is already mentally picking out her new skill. Lin Xingye wants something to complement his speed. The arrogance is at an all-time high. And then there's Su Hong. He's decided. No more smurfing. He needs that A-rank loot. Qin is ready to see what the monster can actually do. The order is set. Lin Xingye, Xiao Yan, Wang Tiantuo. The heavy hitters go first. Everyone is sweating thinking about having to follow those 3. and then Chin drops the bombshell. 4th place, Su Hong. The students think Su Hong is the unluckiest guy in the world. They think he's being set up to look like a joke in front of the elites. They think Chin is using him as a shame motivator. They have no idea. Lin Sing steps up. He claims combat power isn't his strong suit. He lunges. The impact registers a 4033. The crowd is stunned. Over 4,000 without using a single martial skill? Su Hong is just taking notes. He wants to see the martial art. Lin Singi winds up. Cloud hiding Gale Fist. The number jumps to 5642. That's a tier 2 standard. Everyone is losing their minds. Su Hong's system pings. He just downloaded the Gale Fist. He thinks a 1600 power increase is a bit small. The disrespect is real. Xiao Yan steps up next, throwing some shade at Lin. Her physical punch is a 3253, lower than Lin's, which is expected for a spirit master. But then she gets serious. A massive golden hammer condenses from thin air. Su Hong's eyes go wide. Spirit weapon condensation art. He's like a kid in a candy store. He realizes he can learn everything today. The hammer hits the machine like a falling skyscraper. Xiao Yan isn't just a telekinetic, she's a siege engine. The tester groans under the weight of the spiritual impact. 5942. She just edged out Lin Jinghe. The crowd is calling them heaven's darlings. The gap between the trio and the regular students feels like an ocean. Su Hong is looking at the tech. He realizes spiritual power is basically the ultimate utility tool. He tries to condense something, and it fizzles out. He realizes the condensation art is a resource hog. He'll have to grind that one out later. For now, he's waiting for the big guy. Wang Tiantuo steps up. The true god of combat power. Su Hong wants to see how the barbarian god body compares to his overlord body. Wang looks at the crowd and basically tells them to watch the gap. He punches. Pure physical strength, 5300. His normal punch is stronger than Lin's special move. Chin nods. It's a solid number. But Wang isn't done. He's going for the martial art. Su Hong leans in. This is the one he's been waiting for. Wang's hand turns a ghostly white. Cold, pale flames erupt around his fist. Bone Netherfire Fist. Su Hong recognizes it. It's an A-rank offensive skill. Extremely expensive to buy. Wang lets it rip. The fire tears through the air. 7534. It's the highest score of the day by a mile. Chin is praising him, saying his father would be proud. Then, Chin calls the next name. Su Hong. The walk to the platform is dead silent. The other students are pitying him. Chin tells him, first punch, pure physical strength, no skills allowed. Su Hong takes a stance. He exhales. He isn't thinking about the crowd. He's thinking about the reward. He throws a single, straight punch. The air in the warehouse actually cracks. The number appears. 6551. Chin's face says it all. He thought he knew Su Hong's level. He was wrong. The crowd thinks the machine is broken. They can't process a dead last trainee out-punching the barbarian god. The elite trio are staring. Lin is checking the data, Xiao Yan is sweating, and Wang is questioning his entire existence. Su Hong doesn't wait for the applause. He asks if he can continue with the martial art. He starts the process. He's downloading the Bone Netherfire Fist he just saw Wang use. Mastery percentage is flying. The assistant tries to rationalize it. He says Su Hong comes from a poor family, so his skills must be low level. Chin isn't listening. He can see the energy gathering. Bone Netherfire Fist, 100%. Mastered. Su Hong's fist ignites with the exact same pale fire Wang just used. Wang is standing there with his mouth open. That's his family's secret technique. Su Hong hits the tester. The explosion is twice as loud as Wang's. 9013. A Tier 2 high stage standard. From a Tier 1 kid. Chin is officially calling him a monster. The elites are in shambles. Wang is trying to cope, saying Su Hong must have a hidden vitality of over 500, so they put him in the vitality tester. The number pops up. 137. The whole room goes into a state of collective denial. 137 vitality outputting 9,000 power? That's not a martial artist, that's a bug in the simulation. Su Hong walks out of the capsule. Chin tries to keep the schedule moving. Practical combat tournament is next. Challenge system. If no one dares to challenge you, you take first place. A voice cuts through the murmuring. Lin Xingye steps forward, his fan closed. He isn't looking for a test anymore. He's looking for a fight. I want to fight Su Hong. He's trying to be technical about it, saying Su Hong's vitality is a weakness he can exploit with speed. But Grandmaster Chin interrupts the monologue before it can even get interesting. He tells the trio to just attack together. The trio is actually offended. They think being asked to jump a high schooler is a blow to their reputation. Chin asks Su Hong if he's cool with it, and our guy has zero objections. He's just standing there with his hands in his pockets, making the most talented kids in the city look like they're trying too hard. Chin gives the word. It's on. The trio doesn't hesitate. They move in a coordinated strike. Lin Xingye is already planning his sneak attack, relying on his A-rank flying swan speed to outpace Su Hong's eyes. But Xiaoyan screams a warning. Su Hong isn't where he was a second ago. He's already in Lin's personal space. Lin doesn't even have time to blink before a fist is an inch from his face. Su Hong pulls the punch at the last millisecond, sending a shockwave that almost takes Lin's head off anyway. Xiaoyan has to use her telekinesis to stabilize Lin before he eats the floor. Su Hong stops. He feels the spiritual pressure wrapping around him. Xiaoyan is locking him down. Su Hong decides she's the high-priority target. He ignores the guys and lunges straight for her. Xiaoyan is terrified. He's moving too fast. Wang Tiantuo screams at them to stop him. He can't believe Su Hong is using Lin's own movement technique against them. Wang steps in to play the tank. He packs his fist with energy. Su Hong mirrors it. Bone Netherfire Fist versus Bone Netherfire Fist. Xiaoyan dumps all her spiritual power into a freeze command. Su Hong's body actually starts to vibrate from the pressure. Lin Xingye sees the opening and goes for a flying kick. Qin thinks Su Hong might have bitten off more than he can chew. Spirit Master control is the ultimate hard counter to physical fighters. Then, he looks closer. Su Hong is smiling. Every rule in the book says you can't move when a Spirit Master has you pinned. Su Hong ignores the book. He shatters the spiritual lock using nothing but raw overlord body muscle. Xiaoyan literally coughs up blood from the feedback. She just tried to restrain a hurricane with a piece of string. Su Hong doesn't stop. He reaches out, and the crowd is losing their minds. He's fighting like a humanoid ferocious beast. He catches Lin Xingye mid-air by the ankle. Then he uses Lin as a human club to smack Wang Tiantuo out of his stance. He's not even using techniques anymore. He just slams both of them into the concrete with enough force to register on a seismograph. Wang is face down in a crater. Lin is coughing up red. The warehouse goes dead silent. It wasn't a fight. It was a one-sided liquidation of the camp's top talent. They're both out cold. Su Hong exhales, looking like he just finished a light jog. He turns his gaze toward the last one standing. Xiaoyan doesn't even try. She just puts her hands up and surrenders. Smartest thing she's done all day. Qin walks into the center of the wreckage. He asks if anyone else wants a round. The entire crowd is suddenly very interested in looking at their own shoes. Su Hong is officially #1. Qin tells him to come along to claim his reward. Su Hong is finally getting that A-rank DLC. Qin asks him the real question. Why hide? Su Hong gives him the honest answer. He's got no background. If you're a commoner and you show too much too fast, you don't get recruited, you get targeted. Qin laughs. He likes the stealth build approach. He tells Su Hong that from now on, he's the one covering him. If anyone causes trouble, they have to go through a Tier 7 Grandmaster first. They arrive at the martial art pavilion. Qin tells him to pick whatever he wants. He asks Su Hong what he already knows. Su Hong lists them off. Bone Netherfire, Flying Swan Step, Cloud Hiding Gale Fist. Qin stops walking. He knows for a fact those moves aren't in the public library. He realizes Su Hong didn't study them. He just watched the other three use them once and downloaded them.